Hey guys, welcome to GOB Retail. My name is Callie, and with me as always is Kyle. We're here to tell you about this week in comics. First up on the week, we're not even going to bother talking about Free Comic Book Day because we've seen what happens. You're just getting caught up now, but there was like 4 takes. We're just going to go right into comics. First up, we have one you've been wanting to talk about for a while, and we couldn't last time because it was damaged. Thank you, Diamond.
Thank you, Diamond.
Silver Surfer, and specifically this is issue number 11.
11.
I don't care about the Silver Surfer in the least.
No.
I think he's OP.
OP.
Yeah, he's super buff.
He is buff.
Yeah, he's like
shredded.
He's like crazy powerful.
He's swole.
He's literally like
jacked.
Galactus is like, here, have all the power.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's like,
it's called the power cosmic.
It is,
It's not
but
called the power moderate.
right. But why should I be worried about anything threatening him?
Because many things threaten him, like Thanos, the Infinity Gauntlet, Galactus, gave him all the power.
Oh, well, Galactus is probably real mad at him.
Or in this case, Warrior Number 1. Look, this is written by Dan Slott, who Spider-Man fans either love or hate. There's not really much room in between.
Is he like Joe Quesada?
Maybe.
No, everyone just hates him.
Everyone hates him. But, well, not everyone. But
I'm sure Joe Quesada likes him.
yeah, Joe seems to like himself. But Dan Slott divides people. But thankfully, I don't care about Spider-Man. So I just know him from this. And I love what he's done with this. Silver Surfer in the original series that preceded this, before Secret Wars hit reset on most of their comics, but not all of their comics.
Current Secret Wars, you mean?
No, that's Secret Empire. Lots of secrets.
No, like the most recent Secret Wars. There's been 2 Secret Wars.
Writing a good comic.
You're talking about the 2015 Secret Wars,
Yes,
not the 1985 Secret Wars.
No, that doesn't even count.
Okay.
We're just talking about the
Okay.
recent wars.
The recent wars, I like that.
Yeah, it doesn't sell as many books that way, but
It's true.
it's true.
But you can also have Deadpool's recent wars.
They rebooted Silver Surfer, so this is the second series with the same team, including who you may recognize from the cover, Mike Allred. Mike Allred has a busy month, as he also has a book you think is stupid coming.
We'll get there.
But Mike Allred is a great artist who does a really cool Silver Age throwback style that's still modern in its way.
It definitely, this is one of the few books that we get like today where you could look at it and say like, that could have been a 60s cover right there.
It could have been. And what I like about the way Dan Slott and Allred have worked together on this is there is a sense of whimsy to this. I don't know why I'm opening it, but
yeah,
there's a sense of whimsy to the Silver Surfer series that has been absent in the previous 40 some odd years of Silver Surfer. He's a very stoic character. It's fun. He has a Earthling girlfriend named Dawn, who is kind of like his Doctor Who companion. And so you can pick this up at almost any issue. Like, this calls back to a villain from the previous series. You don't really need to know
you
much.
don't gotta know about it. Yeah,
It's all you need to do is pick up the book and read it. It's 21 pages of fun. I think that this book is being underread. I think most people could at least enjoy this on some level. It's not a bad series. It's actually a lot of fun. And the art is fun, and it just keeps on being consistent. So I like it.
great.
And it's outside of most of the hijinks of the Marvel Universe, so you don't have to keep up with 17 books to know what's going on.
I like that. I do like that.
which
It's
is
nice when
rare.
you get like a standalone story. Next up, we have Star Wars: The Screaming Citadel #1. Kind of our first real offshoot. Like we've had lots of different stories where they focus on a character. We've had Lando, Dr. Aphra. This is actually just a story arc that that's being told outside the main go of it. And it features Luke and Dr. Aphra pairing up. And the premise is Luke is trying to find out how to become a Jedi because Obi-Wan Kenobi's dead.
Spoiler.
Yeah, and we haven't gotten to the episodes of Empire Strikes Back yet, so he hasn't been informed to go talk to Yoda. So he's trying to figure out how to become a Jedi. And Aphra approaches him and says, hey, I've got this sweet crystal that has the memories of an ancient Jedi in it, but we need to be able to unlock it, basically.
That's the one that she got when she was hanging out with her dad in the Dr. Aphra series.
Correct.
That she secretly kept.
Yes, that is correct.
Yes.
So Luke and her go off on a quest to unlock it. I really like this series. I really like the interplay between Aphra and Luke. It's a lot of fun. You were pointing out earlier, they actually managed to draw Luke's face and not have him look weird.
Yeah.
Which
Mark Hamill has a very unique face that artists have been challenged with for a long time.
My only concern with this book is the last 2 pages. The reveal on the last 2 pages. It could be good and it could be really bad. So I'm not going to spoil it, but we'll see where it goes from here. So far, I'm impressed with it. I just hope it is good.
No.
Up next, we have Regression #1 out of Image. This was one I saw the cover of it, and the cover was kind of upsetting, like so many Image covers can be.
Don't be upset.
I just like, do you remember the first time you saw a nail biter cover?
I do.
That didn't make you go like, meh.
I was okay. I was really more scared of Youngblood.
That's not good either. Yeah,
I
that's
have
fair.
a phobia of pockets.
You would have had a hard time in the 90s.
I did.
Yeah. Anyway, it's about a guy who is being plagued by nightmares, so he goes through regression therapy to experience like a past life, and that turns out to be a really bad call because bad things happen to him in a past life.
Not good things.
So, and it's kind of got a demonic, occult sense of, basically occult themes is what comes out of it.
Flipping through it reminded me a little bit of 80s Swamp Thing. There was a story arc where there's a lot of bugs going on when Anton Arcane was coming back. So little Hellblazer, little Swamp Thing.
All right.
Little creepy. Yeah.
Yeah, so not for kids, but a good book. And speaking of bugs.
This one also scared him because of the bugs.
Yeah, we have Bug, The Adventures of Forager, which I looked at and thought, this is dumb. And you looked at it and thought, we got to talk about this.
This is the best thing ever.
Yeah.
Now he didn't like American Barbarian, which you all bought in droves and loved. So
it's true. You know, we can only take my word so far.
Right. Look, I know that Paul Dini didn't write this.
No, but we're going to get to something he wrote in a minute.
But a bunch of the Allreds are all up on this piece.
3 of them, yeah. 3 Allreds on this piece. Is that necessary?
It's a family affair, okay?
Sure.
Look, Laura does coloring.
Yeah.
So that Mike can draw.
Okay.
And Lee, I don't know Lee yet, but Lee writes it.
Okay.
It looks like it's got the same whimsy I've come to expect from Mike Allred. It's definitely some Silver Age stuff going on. There's a lot of cameos in there. There was a limbless Batman.
Yeah. I don't think he's actually supposed to be limbless. I think they just drew him that way. He punches someone in the prior frame.
Magic power thing.
I don't know. It was weird.
It's fun. It's weird. It's very pop art. There's Darkseid. There's Orion. And there's this new character, Bug, who I don't think he's actually new, but he's new to me. What I wanted to point it out because Mike Allred's doing some good work lately. He's kind of getting out there and doing more stuff. He's working on Art Ops for Vertigo, which I think may be over.
Art Ops, I think, did end, but was very good.
Yeah. So he did Art Ops. Everyone knows him from Mad Men. He's doing Silver Surfer, callback from before, and now he's doing this for DC's Young Animal imprint, which is kind of picking up some of the slack Vertigo seems to be leaving in writing interesting, different stories.
Nice. Lastly, we got a couple of quick hits for graphic novels from DC. We got the collection of the Raven miniseries that ran 5 issues. It was a pretty good story where Raven goes to live with some of her family out in, I think, California it was. Her family is super religious, and obviously that goes...
She's super goth.
Well, she has a demon that lives inside of her, so... You know,
oh, well, they have a lot in common.
Yeah, there's some tough implications there, and her trying to live a normal life, and of course she's not able to, and ends up having to do a battle with Trigon. It's a really fun story. It handles Raven pretty maturely and handles some pretty deep themes with her. So if you're a fan of Raven or the Teen Titans, really more you need to be a fan of Raven because the Teen Titans do not feature prominently in this. You should check this one out.
Also, Marv Wolfman wrote it, which you didn't tell me.
No.
I didn't know that. Marv Wolfman, he wrote
I didn't know that was a selling point.
Yeah, he wrote the Teen Titans stuff in the 80s.
Oh, Judas Contract?
Yeah, and he also was part of Crisis on Infinite Earths stuff. He's like Perez from last week.
Oh, okay.
He's a legend. So yeah, it should be good.
Lastly, we have Batman Arkham Mr. Freeze.
I love this cover.
I know. This is a collection of different Mr. Freeze stories. Mr. Freeze is obviously a hit or miss character in Batman's Rogues Gallery.
Why don't you chill?
I know. Like most of his villains, like they're pretty good or they're pretty bad. Mr. Freeze is good when done well.
He's got a great backstory. He's got a really tragic origin.
And who wrote it?
The original origin of Mr. Freeze?
His tragic origin, the story with Nora.
Oh, was that Paul Lee?
That was Paul Dini in the 90s. Yeah, it was. I mean that's a really good story. Some of Paul Dini's work is in here. Oddly, not paired with Bruce Timm, which is very jarring to see his writing without like the 3 faces that you know of Bruce Timm. Although there is some later on Bruce Timm artwork in here. Anyway, not important. If you're a Mr. Freeze fan and you want to see just a really good collage of his stories, this is a really good book to pick up.
If you love Mr. Freeze and you don't have Batman and Robin,
then you should watch the movie. Yeah, you might as well just watch the movie. Cool party. All right, guys, that's all we got for this week, but we will see you guys next week. Until then,
chill.
Chill.
Oh, sorry.
What killed this video? The Ice Age!